for breaking news here and I made in Bremu or Appromatives or for breaking news bang. And now Babeto Dram, so made in Abro or Appromatives. And one would say, Chief Justice, Supreme Court, Chief Justice, Ghana has seen, one get truth, Tokon, and in some Ibija or Ghana has seen, your man suspension. And NPP for any other political parties, almost on Montiasi, adding to John Dramani Mahama. Wama Chief Justice, get to Tokonu, Adentia, woman suspension, Jomuso Montias, in Yami Adamo, China Monday, faith me no, or my NPP for any other political parties, or my emergency, or more save the judiciary demonstration, save the judiciary demonstration, pound of 4, breaking news, beto honomoa, if NPP for a catcher. Concerning the save the judiciary demonstration and Yame Adamo China Bekosono, for Yanwasona TM Dimichi, na Yankoti or China Yame Adoma demonstration KCF NPP for catch any other political parties are a bagana has to save the judiciary in order for my uncle. Na Yankoti San Chimu Wenina NPP for Akachi Emresia.
Manaso, yani National Youth Organizer the NPP amanyoko Yebra Salam Mustafa Kwakodin komo. Nyame adoma watchina da NPP amanyoko na afi parties nkume bi aka ho abom ya wo se montene so aye oyekira anu odene na wodi etia aban ne gina yesie bi a wosi Ghana for eye munim asam dada. Yensa ka opani wa homa so nti yekodin komo. Yewra akwa abawo.
Mejoso.
Okay, apomboko de.
Nyame boko.
Yeda nyamia se me patro nyame ya adoma watchina demo no eba so ana
yo ewia bitia for any ahwefo nyina extra demonstration eba so.
Okay, na me patro okay
2025 any for bible for edi ehunkomo opinion ewo ho yes she bibia akoso fene yes no it means me a demonstration in the other bus.
Okay. Now, me patro, mo be sha sie fe he.
E be sha sie Supreme Court in China Honorable is the old against Supreme Court. As we said, China you the petitions you know, and now you debating Juma. We first petition now you the Court Supreme Court not in their command. Into the first the convergence point, you know, opposite the Supreme Court opposite the Supreme Court honorable. They're trying to come in Kuma Mausoleum Memorial Park. So when the Supreme Court honorable, obviously Mausoleum Park be ever honorable. But it's now a convergence point into opposite Supreme Court park KCB at the old Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum Park. The show now the first
petition
Supreme Court. If you Supreme Court now the another petition now you find independence crime so the court parliament now the another petition the parliament now the you attending at the first main financial Echo Jubilee House. The another petition in the command office of the president or Jubilee Park on. In fact, now opposite the Supreme Court Honoma.
Brebain.
Okay.
More shall say Brebain.
It's not there by 5 a.m. and now the shall say Gadawa on. 5 my also any 5 a.m. and about 222. It's not a Monday. One cement and Shana traffic at Chokakra. It's encourages to be a bit by 5 a.m. No, na a show. By 3:30 and a pana, you will hold that until by a bedroom for first na share in the other boy of home. Age Medina Asha here. It's now by 5 a.m. Na Upia Edruho. And as when you do na akakakra na we do I'm encouraging say it's not very very early in the morning. Okay. By 5:30 no, in my ensure also that by 6 no, a bit may movie share it again.
Yeah, mama yansha bambo mun sem sanya sitie.
Bible mun asem de bibia akoso ye ni Bible for no ya meetings bebre which are yebesa omantiatum various security concerns oboreti ye nyomo nyina edi hu kita odie enti Bible sem de it's like I said, we are rest assured.
Okay.
Security is okay. Law abiding. It touches on the freedom and liberties of Ghana for. As political parties you come home Emma Ghana to be Namikebi, Amamo Essentino. We will not misconduct ourselves in such a way basa. Can be rest assured, say, it is going to be a very peaceful demonstration. A very peaceful demonstration. Because we are basa. You conduct in a manner that is civil in conformity to Adia Kuamamo. It can be rest assured, say, the police will be there, and also I'm sure allied security agencies are in cases like this.
But woman say will be show no will be tia will be say na nyame admo na the mona NPP amanyoko ni parties ni be ye no but aya etaye che pa ne ne hia
utaye de it's a say again at this area to demonstration save the judiciary. We say the also judiciary one. In fact, it's not just assessing, it's dangerous. If you say, my women, you're the mra and the and judiciary no, Ghana constitution, Edinburgh, Edinburgh say, you are the custodians of the law. Only the courts and the rich and the poor. Nyomobi, any nominity. In attempt to a court and a court time. That court, na baby at the Crewono at the apple. That's a baby back, not only the what brought the dream report that I say. We buy a bemono. Judiciary the men to massam. Intimidimisa, the court for the home, number chim yama, because you're more on men to massam. Now the credit, ya to abamo, now on the back a bemo, now on what the abide to me, a buying up one day, Edia show me sim, judiciary now, meaning and it's very dangerous as well. Because you have to take time out. Why are Omofaso say Omeyi Chief Justice? Already know, mind you, Omama Chief Justice was suspension. They say you were acting Chief Justice. Anytime that is begin because once they take time out. Next time by Mrs. Babaso, or like I said, Speaker of Parliament in a penalty. It's a moment pet Canada find this so that you Speaker of Parliament. It's a idea and I'm money so a best say judiciary. And it's not let's save the judiciary. Say you Danaha, Yabakosam military coups debris Akoso. In fact, none of the military coups has ever taken down and bastardized the judiciary in the manner NDC for not even under the regime of Lieutenant General John Rawlings. Military regime.
You Mustafa, share the Kakra say, Sisia, no share Jina Yesia Nasa and Amoa Mampeni War Tour was so Jina, Article 146, Clause 6 of the 1992 Constitution. Now, when you would follow the sequence now, and you found a Mampenia from war.
It is not just about Article 146.
Okay.
And the Constitution says, but there's also common sense. Think about the petition of the mouth. This is not the first time it's happening.
Okay.
I can't remember the Kufado. The petition, sir, as a man, the Chief Justice, and why panel say, and it never be on maintaining a petitions. Edema, Council of State and others. What kind of be? I think it must be anyhow. The administrative UTV said, despite media, more management. ATT managerial decisions are not And the management etiquette managerial decisions. Now will be at now what you say. The decision maybe Kwame despite me the enemy effect me petition Oga Kasa despite now we Kennedy if you it doesn't make sense.
Mustafa.
Okay. Now the bank to for the petitions. You can hear and so on and so forth. Who said there's no merit now? You took good and your common sense and your law. Now the bank to also knew about Article 146. He knew, but the common sense must kick in as well.
Okay. Me person who say, "Oh my no, yeah, the common sense and ebu or my na nasi ademra."
Maybe see alongside Bravo, there's also common sense, and that's why maybe some Fatuhuma will say,
okay.
In fact, the same petition. The same petitions the three petitions are almost any Chief Justice with. That's why I'm making a reference to common sense.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, in Article 146 but I'm telling you, sir, you can pick, a petition and read and say, how do you say we should remove Chief Justice because why a panel now? Chief Justice, and very frivolous accusations. On any to quiet and so on and so forth. President to quiet, the entourage. Be my age, my a free case. My age will have been a presidential staffer before. Into meaning maintaining ability to quiet how their entourage looks like. The who speak of parliament, or to quiet, sometimes on it, the court and so on and so forth, or any entourage. The other night, every month judiciary said, Chief Justice, Madame Tokonogie, all to quiet on it, and Nikunu, and the ASM, and the Nicola. On internal travel arrangement, Emma the Quine said, you can travel with a spouse and another person of your choice. Ordering about, to quiet, and the ASM. While the president can travel with an uncountable number of people. I don't think so it's fair. The principle of separation of powers, actually said, we have three arms of government. Your judiciary, your legislature, and your executive. After the time, the executive, they almost sorry. Someone says, "Oh my God, they actually be and as a judiciary, maybe in fact, actually, you make me many extra form at any time we like. But they are the custodians of the law. And if we continue this way, we are threatening the democracy. And it will go against us whether we like it or not. And it's not yes or yes say none of what you say near air cost or not and yet John Dramani Mahama epithet him and he offer coin Canada coin so now court or more untrue intina or more yes in your mouth but it doesn't need to be. Okay, judicial reviewer, go to the court and put your application there. You don't need to pack the court with Nkofa Ojin say, they are able to be because on my case, you move here, on my too easy, any paying for Madame Mensa or make you also. So, I mean, it is upset.
Okay, you are Mustafa and Komania there, but meaning that we are sign information from. Say obu yombe too easy titneni. Okay.
So okay, I'm sure we dey okay we search for there. And if you got on my way there no. Before John Executive President John Dramani Mahama back to me. All can say they have a problem with the judiciary and Amanga.
Dana for the
at the point where the Royal Supreme Court almost in the for the unanimous FC. President Akasa Okahubi. It's a topic out about that say judiciary and judiciary matter. And this is not the first time NDC NDC paying for okay 2008 the same thing and the judiciary no at that time and the minister of the crime see Kobna AJ and or national chairman or the catcher said there are so many ways to kill a cat. I'm sure you guys have them.
Sure.
There are so many ways to kill a cat. You see, they have always targeted the judiciary anytime they are NDC opposition. And this time, the last time in 2009, almost twice
Other for in seven day a dose pan just say aha and a medemuna be see ye say I am a adam watch no Monday no a 5th May no NPP for any other political parties no body on Montuma boom na just say or must start a save the judiciary demonstration kesi pan ye say Niama John Dramani Mahamani NDC 4 year towards a Chief Justice Nijiget to Tokon and ye enye mfane kwemukra ntini je say omuba be start a huge demonstration pan we Ghana has nyame admo china and in order for details of the demonstration na medini nyina bro e wa akomati so for aha na mede demonstration we information nyina ebebra mu nyina e wa akomati so see ade mede mu nyina be see ma review semba like na subscribe na share na hit notification bell so man se na be happy ni abibia drop your content awo wonya ne tempa na hwe wetia man see ade mede mu nyina be see a makra mu nyina mede mu nyina